So in this question we have that Miss Robbins received 8,000 votes cast by independent voters. Let's write down the given information first. So if we denote the number of votes cast by independent voters which Miss Robbins received as VI, then the value of VI is 8,000. Next, it is given that she received 10% of votes cast by those voters registered with a political party. So if number of votes which were cast by registered voters is denoted by VR, then Miss Robbins received 10% of such votes, of votes cast by registered voters. Now it is also given that the total number of votes is n. So we have another information that the total number of votes is n. And out of these, 40% of the votes were cast by independent voters. So from n number of votes we can say that 40% of n were cast by independent voters, and if we denote the number of independent voters with Ni, then this is the number of votes which will be equal to 0.4 into n. Since no other information can be derived from the question, let's move on to the step 2, which is understanding how to solve the question. Now from n number of votes, 40% of n, or we can say 0.4 n number of votes are the votes that were cast by independent voters. Then the rest 60% of n will be the number of votes that were cast by registered voters. So we have 0.6 n. So these are the total number of votes which can be cast by independent voters, and these are the number of votes that can be cast by registered voters. Let's denote this by NR and this by NI. Now we also have that the number of votes that Miss Robbins received was 10% of the votes cast by registered voters. So 10% of, and now we have found the number of registered voters to be 0.6 n. So it will be 10% of 0.6 n. We can write this as 0.1 into 0.6 n, which gives us 0.06 n. So this is the total number of votes that Miss Robbins received and which were cast by registered voters. Now step 3 is the calculation. If Miss Robbins received V number of votes, that should be equal to the sum of votes cast by independent voters and votes cast by registered voters. Now it is given that the number of votes cast by independent voters is 8,000. And we have derived that the number of votes cast by registered voters is 0.06 n. So the number of votes that Miss Robbins received is 8,000 plus 0.06 n. Hence the correct answer is option E.